Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take up the poem The Carpenter and the Beggar, written by Bhartidasan. This is a part of your Confluence 2, that is additional English course book. Okay, to begin with, let's introduce the author first. Kangana Sabai Subratanam from 29th April 1891 to 21st April 1964, popularly known as Bhartidasan, was a 20th century Tamil poet and writer rationalist, a rationalist whose literary works handled mostly socio-political issues. Second, he was deeply influenced by the Tamil poet Subramanya Bharati and named himself as Bhartidasan. His writing served as a catalyst for the growth of the Dravidian movement in Tamil Nadu. In addition to poetry, his views found expression in other forms such as plays, films, scripts, short stories, and essays. The government of Puducherry Union Territory has adopted the Song of Invocation to Mother Tamil, written by Bhartidasan, as the state song of Puducherry. So quite a renowned poet and writer, Bhartidasan, and his concern has been to raise some socio-political concerns. So this poem at present is one of those social concerns probably. About this poem, the poet is here talking about two characters, the carpenter and the beggar. In this poem, The Carpenter and the Beggar, it presents an argument about the usefulness of profession through the dialogue between these two. There is a carpenter and there is a beggar. The poem depicts the egocentric behavior of the carpenter as the beggar merely asks for rice. The beggar is only asking for rice from the carpenter, handful of rice, and he shows his attitude. Through the conversation between the carpenter and the beggar, the poet debates on the spiritual labor versus physical labor and what is more useful to the society. So for spiritual labor and physical labor. So you can very well relate, probably the physical labor might be coming from the carpenter who is working hard for his profession, and the spiritual labor coming from the beggar who has no other work but yet is a devotee of God and is lost in spiritual concerns. So the conversation, when it takes place between the beggar and the carpenter, it raises up the dispute between these two types of labor, spiritual and physical, which is more useful to the society. Which labor is more useful? The question arises. The poet through the poem also presents the theme of dignity of labor. Okay, I'm just summarizing the idea here also to give you a better understanding. The poem starts off by the beggar wanting some rice for himself. He approaches the carpenter who's working on the veranda. The carpenter refuses to give him rice as he thinks that the begging of the rice is as good as throwing it away, and further states any sort of help given to people like them will push the country towards backwardness, a step towards and backwards. So the carpenter believes that helping the poor who is not at all trying to work and earn something will be a harm to the nation. The beggar answers, however, by claiming to know the four texts, the Vedas, the Agmas, the Puranas, and the epics. So he is showing his spiritual knowledge and the carpenter is showing his dignity of labor, which is the winning scene for the society. So that is how is the question raised in the text. So let's go on reading and interpreting the text here now. I'll read the text, which is on the left hand side, and thereafter the explanation from the right side. In the Lord Hari's name, O mother, give me a little rice, the mendicant said, climbing up the steps. Who is the mendicant here? The beggar. He is the beggar. The mendicant is a person who is a devotee, a spiritual person. A mendicant is a beggar here. So he says, "Oh Hari, please give me some little rice." He was fat. On his forehead were the usual religious marks. So the third and the fifth line gives you the explanation about his physical appearance. He was fat, had a religious mark over his forehead. There was a carpenter working on the veranda. He stopped the beggar with a scowl and said, "Go away, man. You won't get anything here. I am not asking much," the tiadi whined. Please refer to the original, not able to understand. So the explanation goes on. The poet introduces the beggar who is asking for little rice from the carpenter. Line 3 and 4 describes his appearance, which is typical of a spiritual person. The carpenter at this showed hatred and disrespect for the beggar because he is not working and shoved him away. The beggar insisted that he was asking a little rice only and that could be easily given to him. So he's saying that please try to understand. I'm asking only for little rice. There is nothing more. A little given to you is a little thrown away, the worker said. Who is the worker? The carpenter, who's working hard. A handful given to me will ensure that much good returns in heaven. The beggar persisted. Lazy sycophant. Every handful given to the like of you will push the nation one step backward, snapped the carpenter. The beggar answered, I can quote from the Vedas and the Agmas. I am steeped in the Puranas and the epics, and you do not know them. You are just a carpenter. So here in this dialogue, you will see that there is a conversation that has developed now and which is giving you the difference, the debate between spiritual labor and physical labor. The carpenter here in the beginning expressed his view that rather than giving rise to him, it should be better thrown away. The beggar, however, persisted that if he is little spiritual, helping the poor will bring goodness to him. He says, if will ensure that focus on line 4, will ensure that much good returns in heaven. The beggar persisted. He insisted on the carpenter, please give me little rice and goodness will definitely fall upon you. But the poem advances as the carpenter further conveys his scornful idea that the nation will not progress if one keeps helping the poor and not make them work. So that is raising the importance of dignity of work. But towards the last 4 sentences here, at this the beggar answered him that I have spiritual knowledge. If you have physical advancement of labor, I have spiritual advancement of my own knowledge in the Vedic scriptures. And also he tells the carpenter that he is being merely only thinking of professional soundness, whereas spiritual soundness is also equally important. So beggar is trying to tell that his spiritual knowledge is important, and carpenter is trying to tell that his physical knowledge is more important. His professional soundness is more important. So that is the debate. Now in the society, which should rule, the physical or the spiritual, the professional or the spiritual? Both needs to be carried side by side. Probably that is what the author is wanting to express. Towards the end, the last 4 lines, indeed I am a carpenter only, he replied. And I work by sweat of my brow. I work with hard work, labor. But what good are you with all your Vedas and your Agamas? You only beg. So probably a carpenter has expressed his idea very strongly that work is worship. Working is only the right way to earn. So towards the end of the poem, the poet raises questions on man's nature, charity, spirituality, and the idea of worship. The carpenter takes pride in working professional and earning money for himself and mocks the beggar for only begging and dictating spirituality to others which carry no value. Poet also seems to convey that charity is a quality people have forgotten. But he also seems to take up the idea that work is worship as taken up by the carpenter, which is right. So the tussle between the worldly and the spiritual is raised here in this poem. The tussle, the fight between the professional and the spiritual, the worldly and the spiritual is raised here. The carpenter and the beggar is raised here. And towards the end, as we can comprehend, that probably poet is not at all trying to say that the carpenter is right or the beggar is right. Both are right in their own way. The carpenter is right in telling that work is worship, and the beggar is right that charity is an important virtue of mankind, which the carpenter is not carrying. So beautiful poem written by Bharatidasan in order to express the tussle that always goes on between the worldly and the spiritual. Okay, let's answer some questions here now. Describe the beggar. I told you the third and the fourth line, wherein the appearance of the beggar is described to you. A man who is having a mark over the forehead, which is typical of the spiritual person. Who do you think the carpenter was irritated by? With the beggar. Why he was irritated? Because he was asking rice without any work. He was just begging. That is why the carpenter was irritated. Third, pick out the words in the poem that indicate the hard work of the carpenter. So hard work, he works with his sweat and brow. All those words you will pick up and put into your answer. Fourth, what are the four texts that the beggar claims to know? Okay, the epics, the Puranas, the Agamas and the Vedas. Describe the lifestyle of the beggar and the carpenter. The lifestyle of the beggar, begging, spiritual worldliness, spirituality, going on around begging and filling his stomach. Carpenter through hard work, beggar depending on charity. The sixth question, explain the reference to the Vedas and the Puranas which is there in the poem. Okay, the Vedas and the Puranas is referred here through the words of the beggar who says that I know all the four texts, I know everything, I know all the religious scriptures, and that is what is ultimately that matters according to him. Seventh, comment on the title, The Carpenter and the Beggar. So the Carpenter and the Beggar, the title is apt as the poem is a dialogue between the two, a conversation between the two, which in turn brings out very important aspects from society, that is a battle between the spiritual and the worldly. Eighth, do you think that the reading of the Vedas and the Puranas is useless? If so, justify with reference to the poem. So, do you think it is useless? Yes. With reference to the poem, it is useless when we hear to the words of the carpenter who is trying to tell that work is worship. Definitely, reading of the Vedas and Puranas is useless. It will not help you in a long way. It cannot help the nation progress. It cannot help you progress. So, it is definitely useless when you are not working. Begging does not help in a long run. Question 9. Who do you think is more practical in life, the carpenter or the beggar? Analyze with examples. Carpenter definitely, because he believes that when he keeps on working, when he sweats his brow and when he is working so hard, he can definitely help himself and the nation to progress. So these are few questions which you can take up for your answering into your assignments. Please write them all in your assignments and that will be helpful for your exams. I hope the session was useful and you could follow. If there is any doubts, you can please text me. You can put up into the chat session in Campus Technology and you can also mail me. Thank you so much.